Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about some of the new features we have added to our Pulsar QC software. And all the new features are being announced at IBC. Very quickly, this is a list of some of the items that we have added to Pulsar. So I will talk specifically about frame shift, about slate detection, postal stamp, and reference-based analysis. So to give you a feel for the additional features we have added to Pulsar. Let me start with the frame shift. So frame shift is the idea that the content may have actually shifted, the video may have actually shifted up and down. So I'll give you an example of it. Let me just play this out. Maybe I'll just show it to you. So in Pulsar, what you can do you can define in the video analysis section to detect frame shift. So actually you can specify, can detect when the frame shifts. And once you do that and run the job, I've run the job before just to be able to quickly get to the results. So in the report, you'll notice that it gives you the location, the time code, the shift was detected, give you actual frames that the shifting occurred. So that takes away the manual watching of the video, looking for the content shifting up and down. And the other feature we have added is the detection of the postal stamp. Postal stamp, same idea. The ability for the Pulsar to actually tell you the exact location where the video has a postal stamp feel for it, has borders around the active content. So it gives you a time code, it gives you the issue here, which is the postal stamp, and it gives you the actual resolution of that frame and where that frame is occurred. So it gives you all the details that you'll be able to figure out what needs to be fixed. One of the other important ones here is the reference-based analysis based on PSNR and SSIM, which are the standards for detecting the difference between a test content and a reference content. So by comparing the two, the quality of the two, there is a standard, SSIM and PSNR, both standards, that give you a rating for the test content compared to the reference content. And what the report looks like gives you errors and warnings based on whether the SSIM rating and the PSNR score or rating are below what the threshold is. So that quickly allows you to compare derivative files against a master file. So the master file is your reference, and the derivative files are the files that you're testing against the master file, and then determining whether the quality of the derivative files is as good as the master. And the SSIM and PSNR score is an indication, if you go below a certain threshold, that the quality of the derivative file, the test file, is not as good as the reference file. Another capability within Pulsar that's been announced is the ability to do a reference-based QC of, again, a derivative against the master. This time, instead of checking for quality, you're looking to see if the frames are frame by frame the same. So if you're creating a derivative, that frame by frame is the same as the master. There are occasions in which on the derivative there may be a difference in the frame, so that it will tell you the location where the frames are. And So at the time code 4 and the frame index 4, what shows up in the test file is different from the reference view. So if you can see, this is what the frame is supposed to look like, but this is what the derivative file has. So it allows you to compare a derivative file against the reference file, and that's what the reference-based QC is. Another capability announced for Pulsar is slate detection. The idea here is many times you don't expect to see any slate shown up in the video at all. And so this capability Pulsar allows you to look for slates that may have appeared within the content and allow you to actually see that in their content. So it gives you, again, an error message, gives you a time code, and gives you the location where a slate may have appeared. Another capability that's been added here is detection of URL within the content, meaning that, again, you may have a requirement that a video file should not include any URLs embedded within the file, no burnt-in URL. And so what Pulsar allows you to do is to detect the URL location, and gives you the time code, gives you the URL content. So we are capable to do an OCR, be able to read the content that's burnt in text within the video, and then look for the fact that these are burnt in URLs and report them back to you, so that the operator will know exactly where to go look for that particular URL. Finally, media offline. That's another major feature added in. Many times when a content is being put together, the various pieces come from different directories, different folders. And when the file is being put together, if for some reason that particular segment's folder is not available when the NLE, the editor, is putting the content together, then will show up as a media offline. So there will be actual physically, so visually, a frame that says media offline. Different manufacturers have different kinds of messages showing up on screen, but conceptually, all of them talk about media offline. And of course, that's not a good thing. So we want to catch any time within your video if there is a media offline message. And what Pulsar does, it allows you to look for media offline, and it gives you a time code, gives you the location by frames of where the media offline is showing up. So you can catch and report back, so you can know exactly where to go to fix that issue and get rid of the media offline. So this was a quick review of some of the features that we have added to Pulsar: frame shift, media offline, reference-based QC, PSNR, SSIM, and postage stamp. Thank you very much.